Whether you're traveling for business or leisure, you don't want to give up on your health goals. It is possible to stay on track, and today I'm going to show you how. No matter how you're traveling, it is possible to take your own food with you. Now, if you're driving somewhere, going by car, just take a cooler with you. But if you're traveling on a plane, it's a little bit different. So what you're gonna wanna do is grab an insulated bag. Now, personally, I have a couple of different sizes depending on what my trip is like. I have a smaller, more that's like a lunch size bag, but I also have a bag big enough to take several days worth of food. Now, if you're going through TSA, there's a couple of tricks and tips that you're going to need to know. Tip one is that if you want to keep your food cold, you're going to have to take an ice pack. Now, if it is frozen solid, you can take it through security in the airport, but it does have to be completely frozen solid. So what happens for me a lot of times is that once I get to the hotel might have a fridge with no freezer, so I can't freeze it to take it home, but I can always pack it in my bag afterwards that I'm checking on the plane. My next tip is that sometimes I have to take an entire week's worth of food on that plane to take with me wherever my trip is. And I can't always fit all of the containers that I use in order to pack my food. So I might pack that day's food in a container like this. It just takes a lot of space, but the rest of my meals I can pack in sandwich-sized bags, and I can fill that entire bag full of all of my food. So the benefit of taking the baggies and your containers full of food, you can pre-measure them. That way you don't have to take your food scale with you and try to measure that lately. Now you could, but you'll want to check that in your luggage that you check on the plane. You don't want to take that through on your carry-on. Now, of course, you know that you can't take liquids on a plane. However, you can take travel size under 3 ounces, and I will get a package of these at just my grocery store in that little sample section or the smaller sizes, and I will fill these full of all of my condiments. So I might take one with my dressing, one with my almond milk for my coffee, and various other things, because you can put them in your quart size bag, pack them in your bag, and take them with you, and of course, your ice pack will keep those cold. Now, an extra tip is to make sure that you take all your condiments with you. So I have this nice extra little pocket in here, and I will put in a bag all of my spices, my seasonings, and even my silverware that I need to take with me, because I've got to be able to eat while I'm on the plane. Now, if you're going out of the country, you're going to need to do a little bit of research to decide whether or not you're going to be able to take some of these things through customs or through their security when you're coming back through. I happen to know from experience that Mexico will not allow you to bring forks back through their security or their pre-check. So when I travel, I like to have a plan B, because sometimes you get stuck at an airport, or you get to your hotel and you don't have access to things that you think you're going to have. So I usually have some little things to take with me that are shelf-stable food-wise. This is the one time when I do like to take protein bars. I have gotten stuck at airports because my flights have been delayed or canceled, and I've been out of food, and I really don't want to pay $30 for 3 ounces of chicken on a chicken salad. I also like to bring tuna packets because they're super easy to eat open. I don't know that I'd open them on the plane, but it's a good option if you need something that's shelf stable, that won't go bad, just in case it takes a little bit longer to get to your hotel. I also like to bring extra protein powder with me, because it is a really good fill-in if I don't have enough food or I can't get the things that I need in order to stay healthy and stay on my meal plan. So really, when you're traveling, it comes down to how bad do you want to reach your goals, because I know it's really easy to get off track. Now, you might pick 1 or 2 meals that you can eat out with friends, especially if you're doing something that's fun. But if you plan for it, that's great. But normally you want to be on track, and sometimes it's really difficult when you're not sure about where you're going to go for restaurants or what you're going to do. One last tip: if you want to take your water bottle through security, you can actually fill your water bottle full of ice. Now, you can't take liquid, obviously, but you can fill it full of ice cubes and take it through security. Now, not all other countries allow that through their security, but here in the United States, that is definitely an option.
Take it through security, full of ice, no liquid, then you can find a water fountain and fill it once you get through security. If you like these videos and find them helpful, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and that way you can check out the other videos on how to travel with your health goal.